Hey Bulls and Bears, it's JJ here. You're watching Bull, Boom, Bear, Bust. As you can see, I am outdoors today, and we had about 5 days of rain here in Southern California, at least here in San Diego. And normally I don't wear my sunglasses. It's finally sunny today. It stopped raining, but I woke up and one of my eyes was all red and puffy. I don't know if it's pink eye or what, but I look scary enough without pink eye, so I thought I'd wear glasses today. I'm on one of my favorite walking trails right now at a park that I come to with my kids sometimes. And it's just me today, just getting some exercise. But wanted to talk about the Hertz CEO. We're talking about the car rental company, Hertz. The CEO's out there with a warning about depreciating car prices and the economy overall. So what he's calling the depreciation in automobile prices is a double whammy for consumers. So all these people that went out and bought these cars at elevated prices, we're back to more normal times. I mean, altogether, we're not going to get back to normal times, but as far as car prices go, we're back to sort of more normal times. Now, I don't mean that car prices are where they should be. No, they're still way elevated, but they have a lot more to come down. But as far as depreciation, we're back to more normal situation with that. Ooh, I guess I'm out of shape. That was a small hill. Well, not so small. Here's how steep it is. Let me show you behind me. Kind of steep. But historically, cars depreciate as soon as you buy them. Now, if you hold on to them for a couple decades, a few decades, and they become a classic vehicle or a collector vehicle, then that's different. Then you'll see the price elevate once again because of the rarity of the vehicle, especially if you keep it in good condition. But normally, in general, vehicles depreciate when you buy them. Over the past couple years, though, that wasn't the case. Well, I should say 2020, 2021, 2022, they started coming down. The peak was about in February. So next month is February. We're coming up on a week. We're coming up a month away from being a year from the peak in automobile prices. Now, we're down about $3,000 for the median used car price, for the average used car price. Not the median, but the average used car price. And, so this double whammy that he's talking about, the Hertz CEO, he also mentioned something about the rest of the economy. We'll talk about that in just a minute here. He also mentioned that this double depreciation is really going to bang consumers that went out and bought a vehicle. So when your car depreciates, that's normal, that's typical. It gets older, it gets more mileage, and the value is gonna go down. But now you've got this bubble that's deflating. A lot of it has to do with the higher interest rates, and normal depreciation is back because vehicles are getting older, more miles, and depreciating because of that. So the double whammy is going to hurt a lot of people. Also, the Hertz CEO stressed caution on the economy overall. And we've seen this from numerous CEOs. What do we see? Jeff Bezos a couple months ago came out and said, don't buy any big ticket items. Interesting coming from Jeff Bezos, someone who sells, a lot of items on Amazon. Some big ticket items. You can buy some pretty big things on Amazon, even mattresses and a lot of stuff. But so this is the 2023 environment, folks. We know that things aren't as good as we're being told out of a lot of these business news channels, and they want to focus on the stock market. I saw Tesla stock went down again. I believe it was about $110 after reaching about, I think, $700 at the peak. Folks, this is not normal to see companies like this sell off. Now, yes, we did see a massive surge in stocks in 2020 with all the money creation. A lot of it got moved into the stock market, if you know what I mean. And now the opposite's happening. So boom and bust, folks. And that's the name of this channel, Bull, Boom, Bear, Bust. It's boom and bust cycles. The thing about it is every time there's a bust, unless you're really prepared, you're going to end up worse off. Because look at it now. Look at it. If you don't have cash and you go out and buy a car right now, the higher interest rates, even though prices are lower, $3,000, for the typical used vehicle, your payment's going to be more. And people, hear me talk about that over the last couple of years. When I say prices are going higher, that's for most people. Even home prices. Home prices are higher now if you have to finance. Now, if you're one of the well-to-do that can buy a home for cash, then yes, homes are cheaper for you. But most people can't do that. Guess what? Most people are in debt. Most people for homes, automobiles, both have to take out loans. Speaking of loans and borrowing money, now people can barely buy furniture and even groceries. There's all these buy now, pay later schemes out there. I guess not schemes, but ways to get you to buy something that you can't afford. Buy now, pay later for small items, not even big ticket items. I think I checked out of an online purchase the other day, and they asked me if I wanted to make 6 easy payments on on some I think it was maybe this microphone. 6 easy payments on something that costs like $60. Like, am I gonna pay $10 a month for 6 months, or am I just gonna pay $60 now? Crazy, folks. So 2023 is shaping up to be a banger of a year, to say the least. Let's talk about how you and I should probably navigate this, right? So when it comes to improving your life, a lot of people, they want to get a nice house, a bigger house. That happens to be one of my goals here in the next couple of years, move up to a bigger home. And to do that, if you don't have a big down payment, you're going to really be hurting, because with these elevated mortgage rates, you're going to be paying a lot more in that monthly payment now, even with lower home prices compared to what they were. So save cash is going to be one of my big things, trying to cut back. And as I find ways to save money, I'll always bring it to you here. A couple things that I've done just here already this year, and I've talked about them in previous videos, is I've updated my cell phone service, mobile phone, $30 a month. And I'm going to look for ways to do that. I'm going to look for 10 different ways to save $30 a month, because that's several $1,000s when you add it up. Also, no more K-cups for coffee. I talked about that in a previous video. Got people out here walking their dog, and I'm afraid one of them is going to start barking, so I'll walk back this way. So there you go, folks. That's going to be it for today. So what do you think about the Hertz CEO warning? Now, he says overall, we're headed into a challenging environment. Now, a challenging environment, well, it's already challenging enough. How much more challenging is it going to be? I thought that when busts happen, things are supposed to get more affordable. We're supposed to see deflation. Well, it's not that simple. When busts happen, yes, normally you see deflation and falling prices, but when the boom was based on artificially low interest rates and easy money, and now the bust is based on higher interest rates and tighter monetary policy, that's going to be more pain for the middle class. But the people with cash, that's going to be prime buying time, or prime buying opportunity. So you see how this works, folks? You see how this wealth transfer works? Even when depreciation happens, because everything is so leveraged, the already wealthy, the already rich, the people that have plenty of cash on the sidelines, they benefit even more. And I've always said that, this is the way it's going to be. The home ownership rate is going to continue to drop. Remember, home ownership never recovered, even from the 2008 financial crisis and housing bubble that went bust. Less people today own their homes than they did back, 14 years ago now. And this is part of the wealth transfer. So you've got to be on top of it. Most of the population will not do better during this next phase of this economic cycle, 2023, 24, and beyond, because most people have no idea what's going on. But I think we'll be in a much better position than most. And I'm going to walk across a bridge right here, being prepared and ready for what's coming. So stay out of debt, look for ways to cut monthly expenses, try not to waste money. I know people out there that are making so much money, they don't care. They're just taking vacations, and every 2 or 3 years they trade up for a newer car. But I'm not so lucky to be able to do that. So I'm going to remain cautious this year and look for cheaper alternatives as far as entertainment, things to do, like going to the park, walking up a trail, getting exercise. But to me, health in 2023, health is wealth. It's going to be another focus. Maybe I'll do more of this. I'm here on a basketball court right now. So it's going to be it for this one, folks. Let me know what you think about the Hertz CEO warning, falling car prices, and this economic picture coming into 2023. Thanks everybody for being here.